Hey there, I'm John, and I'm about to take you on a jaw-dropping journey of love, betrayal, and twists you won't see coming. But before we dive in, do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button so you won't miss a second of the action. Picture this. I was just a teenager, completely smitten with Sarah, my first love. She was my everything, but she didn't come from money. My family, on the other hand, was pretty well off. My mom, the queen of our household, had a taste for the finer things in life. One day, my mom cornered Sarah, her voice dripping with disdain.
"Sarah, you'll never be worthy of my son. He deserves a woman who can offer him a comfortable life, not some penniless girl like you."
I couldn't stay silent. "Mom, you're wrong. Love isn't measured in dollars. Sarah is the most incredible person I've ever met." My mom scoffed, unyielding.
"John, one day you'll see that I'm right. Now, Sarah, get out of our house and don't come back."
That heart-wrenching memory haunted me for years. So, fast forward a few years. I found myself married to Emily, a stunning woman who seemed sweet and understanding. Little did I know, Emily had a dark side. I was about to find out that my past heartache with Sarah was only the beginning. One day, Emily told me she had to visit her sick mom. Concerned, I offered to go with her, but she insisted that I stay and focus on my work. So, off she went, and I trusted her completely. But after a while, I couldn't shake this nagging feeling that something wasn't right. I decided to follow her one day, and boy was I in for a shock. When I arrived at her mom's place, I didn't find a frail, bedridden woman. Instead, I saw Emily in the arms of another man. My heart shattered into a million little pieces. As they laughed and kissed, Emily exclaimed,
"Oh, I'm so glad I don't have to pretend with you like I do with John. Oh, he's such a fool, believing my mom is sick."
The guy chuckled. "Well, your acting skills are definitely award-worthy, babe." I hid behind a tree, my eyes welling up with tears. That's when I vowed to myself, I will make sure Emily gets what she deserves. Little did she know, karma was about to make a grand entrance. One day, I received a call from a real estate agent asking about the closing date for the sale of our house. I was dumbfounded. "Emily, what's this about selling the house?" I asked her, trying to keep my cool. She hesitated before replying.
Well, I thought it was for the best. We're drowning in debt, and I didn't want to see you suffer anymore."
I couldn't believe she had sold our house without even discussing it with me. I felt hurt and betrayed. But I had bigger problems to focus on. Things at work were getting worse. My rival, Martin, had been gradually poaching my clients. I couldn't figure out how he was doing it until I accidentally stumbled upon some emails between him and Emily. "Emily, what is this?" I demanded, waving the email printouts in her face. "Are you seriously working with Martin to sabotage my business?" She looked concerned, but still managed to fire back.
"What choice did I have, John? We're drowning in debt, and you weren't doing anything about it. At least Martin offered to help."
I couldn't believe it. "So you betrayed me for some quick cash? How could you, Emily?" I was devastated, but I couldn't let them win. I needed to be smart, patient, and find a way to turn things around. Taking a deep breath, I recalled a quote from a book I'd read. "In the midst of chaos, there's also opportunity." As I confronted the chaos in my life, I knew I had to find that opportunity and make the most of it. And believe me, I was ready to seize it. Life took an unexpected turn when my grandfather passed away. I was once again heartbroken, but there was a silver lining. He left me an inheritance of $100 million, which he had cleverly hidden away during his life. There was, however, a catch. I had to keep it a secret from everyone, even Emily. The lawyer who handled the estate pulled me aside and said, "Your grandfather believes that people should be with you for who you are, not for your money. That's why he wants you to keep this a secret, John." I nodded, understanding the wisdom behind my grandfather's decision. The money could turn my life around, but I knew I had to be cautious with it. I couldn't let anyone know about my newfound fortune, especially not Emily or Martin. The game was about to change, and they had no idea what was coming their way. One day, while browsing the internet, I stumbled upon Emily's profile on a sugar daddy website. I couldn't believe my eyes. She was looking for a wealthy man to support her lavish lifestyle, and she had no idea about my inheritance. It was time to teach her a lesson. I decided to create a fake profile on the same website, posting a successful businessman named Richard. I knew Emily's taste for luxury, so I made sure to portray Richard as someone she couldn't resist. The plan worked, and she took the bait. We started messaging each other, and soon she agreed to meet Richard in person. The night of our meeting, I disguised myself, making sure I was unrecognizable. As we sat down to dinner, Emily couldn't contain her excitement. She thought she had hit the jackpot with Richard.
I can't believe my luck in meeting someone like you, Richard. My horoscope did say I'd meet someone special this week.
Well, I guess the stars have aligned for us, haven't they? As the evening went on, we engaged in a hilarious kipuku, with Emily unknowingly revealing all her gold-digging intentions to her own husband.
You know, Richard, I've always believed that love is more important than money. But a little bit of cash doesn't hurt, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Who wouldn't want to enjoy the finer things in life? Emily was showering me with compliments and even started comparing me to her clueless husband, John. Little did she know, she was still talking to her broke husband, John. The more she fell for the act, the more I knew I was getting closer to exposing her true colors. As the evening progressed, I could hardly wait to reveal my true identity and see the look on her face when she realized she had been played. The suspense was killing me, but I knew the payoff would be worth it. After my successful encounter with Emily as Richard, I decided to take my plan to the next level. I wanted to give Emily a taste of her own medicine, so I searched for the perfect partner in crime. A con artist named Tom. I knew Tom would be the ideal person to help me execute my plan. I introduced Emily to Tom, posing as another wealthy businessman, and they instantly hit it off. Tom played his part flawlessly, convincing Emily that he was head over heels for her and eager to provide her with the luxurious lifestyle she craved.
Emily, I've been searching for someone like you my entire life. Oh, you're beautiful, sophisticated, and you know what you want.
I'd love to spoil you with everything your heart desires. Emily, completely smitten, couldn't resist the charm offensive.
Tom, I can't believe I found someone who truly understands me. Oh, I feel like we're meant to be together.
As their whirlwind romance progressed, Tom eventually proposed to Emily, and she gleefully accepted. The wedding preparations were in full swing, and I was enjoying watching my plan unfold. On the day of their wedding, Emily was glowing with excitement, completely oblivious to the fact that she was about to marry a con artist. As they exchanged vows, I could hardly contain my anticipation for the big reveal. Just as the ceremony ended and they were declared husband and wife, I stepped forward and revealed Tom's true identity to Emily. "Emily," I said, smirking, "I hope you'll be very happy with your new husband, Tom, the con artist. It seems like you two are a perfect match." Emily's face turned white as a sheet, and she stammered, trying to find words.
John, what are you talking about? Oh, no, this can't be true.
"Oh, but it is," I said, handing her a dossier filled with evidence of Tom's scams and swindles. "You wanted a life of luxury and deceit, and now you've got it." With Emily out of my life, I decided it was time to reclaim what was rightfully mine. I made a list of all my expensive gifts I had given her during our relationship and set out to get them back. One by one, I managed to retrieve the jewelry, designer clothes, and even the luxury car I had bought her. Emily was furious when she found out, but there was nothing she could do about it.
John, you can't just take back everything you gave me. That's not fair.
I smirked, responding, "Life isn't fair, Emily. You should know that better than anyone. It's time for you to learn that there are consequences for your actions." As I walked away, leaving Emily fuming and empty-handed, I couldn't help but feel a sense of satisfaction. I had taken back control of my life and wasn't going to let anyone take advantage of me ever again. Despite my secret spending, my constant generosity had caught up with me. I had given away so much to charity that I ended up homeless myself. But I didn't regret it. I knew I had made a difference in many people's lives. One day, as I wandered the streets looking for a place to sleep, I came across a young woman, Lucy, living in her car. She looked like she had fallen on hard times, so I offered to help her out. We shared meals, stories, and gradually grew closer. "You know, Lucy, we might be down on our luck, but at least we have each other."
You're right, John. I don't know what I would have done without you.
As our bond deepened, Lucy finally revealed her secret. She was actually the daughter of a wealthy businessman who had been framed for a crime he didn't commit. Their assets were frozen, leaving her with nothing.
John, I never told you this, but my father was framed and our family's assets were seized. I had to leave everything behind and live on the streets.
I was shocked by her story, but I admired her resilience. We decided to join forces to clear her father's name and reclaim their fortune. As Lucy and I made plans for our wedding, we were both excited to start our new lives together. We shared a deep connection and had come to love and support each other despite our differences in backgrounds. However, my sisters, Alice and Kate, were secretly plotting against us. They couldn't stand the idea of me marrying a wealthy woman, fearing they would lose any claim to our family's remaining assets. On the day of the wedding, Alice and Kate hatched a sinister plan. They kidnapped Lucy and locked her away in a hidden location, while Kate dressed up as Lucy, hoping to ruin the ceremony and our relationship. Before the wedding, Alice and Kate planned an elaborate bachelor party for me. Little did I know it was all a setup. They hired a woman to seduce me and recorded everything on camera, hoping to use the footage to break up my relationship with Lucy. What's going on here? I can't believe you tried to set me up like this.
You really think you deserve someone like Lucy? You're just a gold digger like her. We're just looking out for our own interests, John. Can you blame us?
As I stood at the altar waiting for Lucy to arrive, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. It felt like the universe was conspiring against us. Suddenly, the doors burst open and a group of people stormed into the ceremony. To my surprise, they were Lucy's exes, who had been tipped off about the wedding by my vengeful sisters. As chaos ensued, I heard a commotion from a nearby room. It was the real Lucy, who had managed to escape her captors during the distraction caused by her exes. She burst into the ceremony, breathless, but determined, and revealed the truth about Alice and Kate's plot.
John, it's me, the real Lucy. Your sisters kidnapped me and tried to ruin our wedding.
Just as we were about to exchange our vows, Lucy hesitated. There was a sadness in her eyes that I couldn't quite understand.
John, there's something I need to tell you before we get married. I didn't know how to say this earlier, but I can't hide it from you any longer.
I could see the anxiety on her face, and I braced myself for whatever revelation she had to share. Lucy, you can tell me anything. We've been through so much together, and I love you no matter what. Lucy took a deep breath and looked into my eyes, tears streaming down her face.
John, I recently found out that I'm pregnant. But the baby isn't yours. It's one of my exes.
The room fell silent, and I could feel the weight of her words crushing me. I stood there, stunned, unable to process what she had just revealed. My heart raced as I searched for the right words to say, but they never came. Just then, the doors burst open once more, and a mysterious figure stepped into the room, leaving everyone in shock. I have something important to say that will change everything you thought you knew.